Hello everyone, Corn here and welcome to my channel. I usually like to bring you all with me when I'm doing a project, at least to do something, a little something together. And I've been working on a journal for a friend. Well, it's actually like a little album, and I will do a project share on that later. And I found out that on someone else's channel, she made a memory dex card, and they were sharing some information on the back. And one of the things they said was one of her favorite things was butterflies, and also she loves the color purple. I hope I heard that right. And so I was like, well, she had also, and I was going to do something different for her, and because it had butterflies. And then when she saw my latest project share I had posted, she said, oh, I love that color combination, but it wasn't purple. So I thought, well, I'll switch up things and do that same color combination that she likes so much, include tons of butterflies. But in the card, usually I like the card to match the project, but this time with the card, I will give her her colors. So I've already gotten together some things that I wanted to, put on the card. A lot of times I halfway do it, already so that it won't take so much time. But I also know that even though I don't fast forward and I edit, you guys can fast forward through here if you get bored. So I just thought, well, let's just get into it, And Cute Handsome is downstairs and probably watching something scary. Remember, he likes scary stuff, and I'm not a huge fan of scary. But I do like ghost stories, so I won't mind about that. I do like me a ghost story. And first off, I thought we'd go ahead and ink around the card with the Wilted Violet by Tim Holtz. So how are you all doing? Are y'all good? I hope. Enjoying your weekend. Excited about having some time off. I like to come down on these corners some. I do blot this because that's just what I do when it's when I haven't used the ink very much. I do like my corners a little different though. Ooh, fun. Ooh, that's fun. And I'm not going to do everything. I'm not going to do the back. And I won't sign the back this evening. Yes, it's nighttime. I already inked around this piece, and this piece, as you can see, is from the back of the paper pad. This paper pad is on the lavender from Stamperia. I really, really like it. It's so pretty. And then this is going to the recipient of this is, I think, very feminine. So I thought she would get a kick out of this cut apart. And I'm going to use my Fabri-Tac on this because It gives me more than a second to make sure I have placed it properly. I can move it around a little. And I'll be honest with you, I love working with this color. It's very soothing to me. I really like it. Let's see. I know I'm going to cover up so many of the words, but so pretty. You know, I usually take my brayer and go over, and I probably will. I don't think, this being so small, I need to do it this time. And then I thought this, I don't remember where I got this lace. I'm not quite sure. But it's very, very fragile. So I thought with it being this fragile, we wouldn't need, well, we could do the fabric tack down the center. But other than that, I don't think it would be, because we're going to hide a little bit of it. Because remember, the fabric tack, it dries glossy, and that's not my favorite thing to see. That's why I normally, when it's this thin, just go ahead and put the art glitter glue down. I wonder if I should do that. I think I should. And then if it doesn't behave, then I will go ahead and put the fabric tack down. Yee. Well, that didn't go as smoothly as I expected. Finished the album, and I finished my little spools to put her trims on like I had done before. And then I go ahead and trim these to have the exact size. I have found that in the past, what I thought was the exact size wasn't, and then I ended up being upset because it didn't go to the edge like I wanted. So we've got that. Okay, and then I want this right about there. And since I am going over the lace, I will do the fabric tack again. This paper is just so pretty. It really is. I hope I'm in frame. So many times, because of my eyesight, I'm out of frame, and that's got to be frustrating. It's like, what'd she do? Of course, mine, I don't have to do anything really, really difficult, I don't think. So, I don't know if, you know. do a little rolling on. Y'all, you wouldn't believe it. I was rolling this when I was working on the album and the other day, and this pin just fell out. So I was very dramatic about it. I wasn't like, oh, well, I'll just put it back in. I was like, no! And Hanson was like, are you all right? And I was like, oh, yeah, I'm fine. I just had to make sure that everything was okay. With me putting it back in, I was like, oh, I need it. Don't take my brayer away, you know. But if it was just, I guess it just worked its way out, I reckon. When it comes to doing a bow, this beautiful ribbon, see how sparkly? I hope that because the light is so low, I hope it's picking it up. Super sparkly. This gorgeous lavender ribbon was gifted to me by Trina, who is Trina's Place here on YouTube. And y'all, if you haven't been able to see her for a while, Thomas came home, y'all. Her cat Thomas has been lost or missing for a whole 2 months, and he is home, y'all. So I'm gonna go ahead. Now, what you can do if you have a needle and thread is just tack it right there. But since I don't have mine with me, you can tack it, yeah, you know I'm going to say it, with fabric tack. And just put like just a little bit right there. If you can get the glue to come out. I'm going to leave that laying down. Someone needed some more. And then we're going to do it again here. Let me make sure that it's not going to go off of the, let's see if I do it like so. Yeah. I'm still holding where I put that little dab of glue. And just hold it for a little bit. Let's see, do I want it to curve here a little bit more? Yeah. And so we've got our bow done. It's fun when you don't have to tie them, isn't it? Where you can just leave them flat. And then we'll go on the back and put a little bit more. Again, if I can get it to come out. Alrighty. We're going to go right about here. We might want it down a little bit because when I put this in the envelope, it'll go down like so. So let's go over a little bit here. Let me see, is that what I want? Okay, yeah. And then I need this again. Oops, I need to do something first. I was thinking about putting this here and this one up here. Let me make sure that's what I want. And then put the little ones around. Okay. And also, before I even do that, I'm going to go ahead and take care of my ribbon. There's several ways you know that you can do this, but I'm going to do it this way so we can make our, I think it's called fishtail. Is that what it's called, y'all? I've been doing it for years and years and years. I don't know what it's called. There we go. Now, I guess I will put my top on this, even though I am not going to put it upright. I'll just leave it on its side. So, think about putting this here. Above this color green with lavender. It's just so yummy. Let me see, is that the way I want it? Yes. These little flowers are from Hobby Lobby. This little punch with those tiny little leaves I got from Amazon. Y'all saw me haul that not too long ago. I just heard what sounded like a train whistle. Huh. That's kind of miraculous if it was. Now, what do you all have planned this weekend? Are you doing something special, or are you staying home like us? Well, Handsome does have to go out to pick up some groceries. He's not going in the store, but he's got to go out. Uh-oh, I need something, but I don't know where mine is. Urge. Let me see here. I hope I'm in frame. And then we're going to add this. I think these are so sweet. They look like little violets, don't they? And it does not want to stay, so I might have to do the Fabri-Tac on that. We'll see. I'll give it a little chance here, and if it doesn't stay, because I do not want that to move. And I just put the glue just in the center, right under that little pearl that I'm digging into my I'm digging into my finger with. Now, normally, isn't that cute? Stamperia did just two little tiny butterflies, which is good in proportion with this, but I don't want to leave their antennae off, so the white is definitely, you know, I couldn't fussy cut them out right against it because then I'd lose my antenna, and I didn't want that. But the white is in the lace, and the lace here, and then the pearls, so I think we're okay. But I have one for here, and I've already, you know, made it so that their little wings can still be up, and one for here. But first I'm going to go ahead and, is this a moving? That's not going anywhere now. I was thinking about maybe putting this one here, and maybe, because this one matches that, maybe this one back in here. And what I did already, you see the little tiny wooden bead there? Normally I would take that off, but I do have a little bit of vintage photo around this image, the cut apart. So I'm going to leave that one on, but I went ahead and took them off of the other, not the white, but the other ones. And I'm not sure if I'm going to use that one or not. And what I do is, to keep it a little more flat, is I go ahead and put stickles, a dot of stickles in the middle, or of liquid pearls. Sometimes I do that too. But let's see here. Let's go ahead and put this one here. I like that placement. And since we're going to be on paper, I think we'll be fine. Here. I like to kind of lean the flowers up against, the little ones up against the main one. I've done that for some time. I like the way that looks, personally. I love it when we all do our own thing. I'll probably do the same thing here. These are the little tiny flowers that they punch out after they have been in water, you know, and crumpled up a little bit. They are so soft and fun to work with. I really like them. Give that a little dimension there. Whee! Then I'll put a stickles in the middle after the video's over. And let's see here. Now, we can also do, this goes on last. I was thinking about, I have a punch that I did these with. I'll show you that. This is, I think, EK Tools. Ooh, I don't want the light to get on. And I think I got that 75% off, pretty sure. And remember, I used to do this myself. Yeah, that's not real pretty how I cut that. we can pretty that up a little bit here. And sometimes I go ahead and with my Tombow marker and do veins, but I don't do the veins on those up there. So I don't know if I'm going to add this one here or not, or just do those other two. Do you all do this too? Do you put it on there? Do I like it? Don't like it? Yes? No? Well, that's going that way too. So maybe, let's see it without. If we just want to go up like this, I do that a lot too. I frame whatever's, you know, my cut aparts or ephemera or what have you. Let's see. I kind of like that better. Yeah. What do y'all think? And yes, I would love it if y'all said, Corn, do it. I did not. Oh, the glue came out anyway. I was going to say I did not put my little pin back in my art glitter glue, but it's working. It's a working. Okay, we'll just go ahead like so. And then this flower is another one that's been, the paper's been wet and then molded and stuff. That was given to me last year by Ninju, who is does crafts here. I'm going to tell this to take a break here before it clogs up on me. Here on YouTube. I love it that I can't finish a thought these days. Sorry, guys. I was doing that haul yesterday, and I said something to the effect of, how did I put it? Ooh, that got kind of gooey, that glue. I said something like, how I was just talking away about an item I had gotten, and then just basically went blank and just left off. I was like, if I was listening to this, I'd be like, bless her heart, she didn't know what she's talking about. And yes, I was trying to get a bubble of glue off of here. Does that happen to y'all too? But then my hand's going to be so gluey. Everything's going to stick to me. And then this little darling, it almost looks like stamen when you, because I was manipulating it to make all the petals go up like this. It had a blue little bling in the middle, and I was like, no, no blue bling, not with this. I thought it's pretty. It was pretty, but I took it off. And let me see what these tiny ones that are glittered, they are from Hobby Lobby also. Maybe go like that since, yeah. How about that? And a lot of times if I'm going to, oops, if I want them to sit up against another flower, I will kind of smush them that way so they will, and then I just put the glue on the lower petals, you know, so it can sit freely up against the big one, see, like so. Oh, also speaking of that, that haul that I did, oops, I got too much on there. Didn't know my own strength. Remember my posture corrector? Well, I wore it yesterday, and it does, I'm not lying, it does make you sit up. The whole thing behind it is you're supposed to adjust till you're at the point where you just hold your shoulders back, you know. And that's good for your whole system. Well, I had it too tight at first, but it felt wonderful. Handsome said, wow, you know, you're really holding those shoulders back. And it hurt, but does this make sense? It was a good hurt. But then I thought, no, do it like they told you to. So what I did was just go ahead and bring it back a little. Handsome helped me adjust it and everything. But what it did is it rubbed my skin almost not raw, but it rubbed it a lot to the point where it was kind of painful, to be honest. And I understand why they have to have it really broad, the elastic part very broad, because it, you know, you're trying to train those muscles, you know. And you all know if you just put the art glitter glue down the middle here, then your little wings will stay up. But yeah, I would recommend it to others. I don't know if it's because I'm so old or what. I don't think so. I don't think it's an age thing. I just think maybe it's the way I'm built or whatever. But I think it's so cool how it works and everything. And I do need one. I just need one with thinner straps. But scientifically, it doesn't make a lot of sense, because the thing is, you want to have them, you know, you want it to pull your shoulders back effectively, you know. And you need a little more strength because if you have bad posture, you know, you have a tendency not to hold them back, you know. So I do recommend it. It just didn't work for me. And I know some people are saying, well, after one time, but if I can adjust the width of the elastic, I can adjust how far up and down it goes in the back, but I can't adjust the elastic, you know, the width of it. So that's why I can say it didn't work for me. But all we have to do now, I have to sign the back and everything, but all I have to do now is get out my little stickles, and this one is called Stardust, and just make my little, I should have probably glittered up those butterflies, but sometimes I do and sometimes I don't. You know, let me make sure this comes out all right. Sometimes this comes out a little too much, you know. And I'm like, well, I didn't want to dot that big, and then in this one I do want to dot big, like so. Sometimes I glitter up a butterfly's body too and leave his wings alone, or vice versa. There we go. There. I might. I'm not sure. I have a think on that, y'all. But I love bringing y'all with me when I do a project. I hope y'all like coming along too, because I love having you, and I thank you for being here. And I hope you guys have a wonderful morning, afternoon, or evening. Bye-bye, everybody. Y'all take good care now.